Guys, welcome back to Lolly Talks. I was just eating, so I might cough in this video or because my mouth is still spicy from Bojangles spicy chicken tenders. But this week, I realized I haven't posted one in a while, and I really wanted to tomorrow, or I might work on it later on. I'm gonna start working on a new song. Because here's the thing, I was working on one and it's a really good song, but right now I'm trying to make my content not be all about, oh, I miss my crush, and I'm trying not to really get involved with it and ignore it and let the universe do its thing, and so the song kind of went towards that area. So I went like, I have to do something different, as much as I love the song. So, in a little bit, I'm going to start working on that. I already have a title and a concept. It's going to be, the title of it is going to be Glitter and Sparkle. And the concept behind it is really, really good. Because something that I'm going to be straight up truthful and honest in that I kind of never found me, if that makes sense. Well, I found myself, obviously, and let me put it this way, pretty much what happened was that, when sorry, something's in my eye, and it's bugging me, and I don't want to, there we go, I think I got him. I don't want to, directly touch my eye, because I think there might be, spicy stuff still on my hands. I don't see any. And I don't want my eye to start burning. There. But anyway, when I was little, all the way up until I moved in with my sister, I was basically in a toddler state. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know my personality because I was a toddler, unaware of what was going on. And I feel like actually I feel like 2 years maybe, 2, maybe 3 years before that. And when I started not being in that area too much, I was a couple of years before that. So, up until I was, 7, maybe 8 years old, I was in the toddler stage. I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was I knew food, toys, and bedtime. And I knew that every day I had to take my medicine, which luckily for me, it was in a juice. It still is to this day. But, what happened is that it's technically in pill form, but my dad crushes it up because they're not that hard to crush up. And he puts them in juice, so then I can just drink juice and get my medicine at the same time. And I just like the juice in general. I kind of went through a phase at one point where I kind of grew away from the juice, but then I grew back towards it. But I feel like that also makes sense considering I have had that same juice every day since I was basically born, I feel like, or very, very little. I think, I don't even know when I started. I know that it was I think the latest that, I know that I pretty much done it or drank it my entire life. Every day I'm my entire minus a couple days here and there, and that was because there was a couple times when we didn't prepare properly, or we basically weren't able to do it that day. One of which being spine surgery day, and we couldn't do it that day because when you take a pill, you typically drink something with it, and I wasn't allowed to eat or drink anything because they don't want me like throwing up and stuff, obviously. Anyway, I still end up throwing up like twice. Not knowing why. Didn't know that was gonna happen, but it did. And stuff like, it was a thing. So like, here and there, like every once in a while, like, but for the most part that makes sense. But I feel like I was like 8 when I really started growing away from like being toddler and knowing my personality and stuff like that. But even then, it only expanded a little bit. And to the point where I was more aware of what was going on, like, in life, but only what was going on in my life. If that makes sense. And, like, meaning you could ask me a question about my life, and I could answer it, but you asked me something about just life in general, couldn't answer it. Couldn't tell you the answer. Then, yeah, so, like, for me, anyway, like, and that was it, and I feel like actually my crush kind of, was a big part of that. And, like, I'm not gonna look sad. I'm not gonna go back and be, like, sad on it. I am gonna talk about it for a minute, but, like, not in a sad way, in, like, a happy, positive way. And pretty much what happened was that, like, pretty much what happened was that like, in the sense that, like, I grew up always being the shy one. I was never the one to be involved. Like, even at music class, I would say, like, I was never involved. Like, literally, if we had to do something with partners, I always, by choice, chose to be partnered with the teacher. Like, I was always the shy one. Like, I never would, like, speak up. I, like, got awkward when people were, like, talking about me, like, even in a positive way, like, outside of family. Like, like, it was a thing. So, it was a thing, and what generally it was, like, kind of at the point where I feel like my crush changed that. You know? And I would say that was because after my crush came to music class, or started coming, like, even then I was still really shy and all of that, but, like, even then, like, it felt like, I pushed myself a little bit to get out there a little more, in the sense that, like, to, like, show off to him a little bit. Yes, I was definitely, and to this day, I am still a show off in front of my crush. I'm not joking. Like, one thing that I'll say, like, when I was little, I hated lipstick. Like, lipstick and me were not friends. Now, I still don't like lipstick. Like, I don't like lip makeup in general, because a lot of the times it's flavored and stuff, and, like, I just don't like the consistency. I hate lip gloss. Like, I do not wear lip gloss. But, like, now I'm like a little more like cool with it. Like now I actually will like wear lipstick sometimes. Um Sorry, there was stuff on my crumbs on my lips that I was eating or licking. But like when I was little, I like run. I think yeah like for like when I was like 7 or 8 1 year for like Christmas, and my parents. This was like a gift from my parents, cause we always do like a big Christmas. As I'm always the one that doesn't plan ahead, because with me, I'm like the last minute. I use my allowance, like my December allowance, and then I get Christmas gifts with that. Only because with me, like, I'm like most of the time, like, and this year I'm limiting it down to a couple, like, this year I'm like limiting it down a little more to a couple people because sometimes, like, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm doing it this way because, for the most part, I'm sticking to people that I'm really in, like, are in my life a lot, and also are like kids in our family, kind of, and that's gonna be what it's gonna be because of the fact that this year we have a little girl that is like I'm going onto the list because I feel like I teach dance to her. We've done 2 dance lessons, and she's like real talent. Like I mean, for her age, she's pretty talented for her age and stuff, and it just works out really well. And also because like this year, like I'm doing this also because I basically last year I like went all out and like got like a bunch of stuff. I got like wrapping paper and a couple bags and different things for people, and then to like wrap stuff in and then gifts. And then I realized at the end of it, I'm like, I got one thing for myself, which was a pop socket from Dollar Tree, because my pop socket, like, I needed a new one anyways. And I was gonna get one anyways for my mom for Christmas, because she saw that I had a pop socket, and she also saw that, like, I think it was, like, one of my nieces or something. And, like, someone in our family had one, and my mom got really interested in it, so I wanted to get her one. And although I think I got the wrong type for her. I got one of the ring pop sockets, which works for me because I have small hands and small fingers because I'm short. But I feel like for my mom that may not have been the best choice, but she likes it and uses it, so I'm down for it. I got her a red one because red is my mom's favorite color, and they had a red one. I got myself a pink one that I no longer have. I'm planning to put one on. I'm planning to get one and put it on my phone again because, well, at some point, because I basically took it off. I took it off so I could put like these stickers on my phone and make my phone really cute. But then the stickers got gross and started like peeling off eventually. And they were waterproof stickers, but they got really gross. So I had to like take them off. And I just feel safer with the pop socket. So, yeah, but anyways, when like I feel like for Christmas 1 year, like, my parents got me, like, this play makeup set, like this whole, like, play makeup set, and it had, like, a couple, like, kids makeup things in it, like, it had two different, like, kids lip glosses, or a couple of lip glosses, and it had two different kids lipsticks, and then, like, some fake nails, and a few fun little things, and I never wore one of the lipsticks because it was a super light pink, and it did nothing, like, you couldn't even tell how, and it just wasn't it. It, like, to the point where I would put it on, and I wouldn't see a difference. I even, like, would put it on my, like, wrist or something, and not even tell the difference. It was basically skin tone with how light of a pink it was. But I wore one that was, like, a fuchsia, which I love fuchsia. It personally, only if I had to pick, like, one color, like, if I couldn't pick rainbow with glitter or rainbow, fuchsia would be, like, my next favorite. But primarily it goes rainbow with glitter, then rainbow, and then fuchsia. I would put glitter, like, before fuchsia, but glitter, like, comes in all colors and stuff, so yeah. But I, like, put on, like, my fuchsia lipstick, which is, like, pink and purple mix. For those who don't know, fuchsia is a pink and purple mix, and it's really nice. And then I, like, put it on, and then, like, I remember, like, this one week, I, like, went all out. I think I, like, put it on to, like, show off to my crush, and then I, like, basically, okay, I'm gonna be straight up truthful now. I dreamed of some weird stuff when I was little, like, and some stuff that was way too old for me, like, stuff that, like, I was not at the age to be dreaming about, such as kissing my crush. And to this day, that's still a dream of mine, and I'm being honest. Wait, let me see if I still have it, or don't tell me I got, oh wait, there it is. Okay, it's over there. And there, I have a painting. And I'm not going to show it to you in this video. You know, in this video gets 10 likes. We're going for 10. Or in this video gets a couple likes. We're just going to do a couple likes. Like, more than 2. Because that seems reasonable. I will show you the painting. Even though you guys seen it before, but like, and the funny thing is it's actually a good paint, considering my dad guessed what it was right off the bat. And I kind of lied to him though, but no, because I knew it was like inappropriate for my age to be dreaming about like kissing my crush. But I made a painting because right when we were in the process of moving in with my sister, and like one day she like pulled out some like paints and stuff, and like some stuff so me and Bella's sister could paint. And I painted the painting, and it's supposed to be me and my crush sitting on a black bench at the beach, and like the sun setting, and it didn't turn out perfect, but it turned out pretty good. And it's us basically just kissing on the beach. And not in like an inappropriate like way, like we're not like making out, we're just like, oh, a quick kiss on the beach. And to this day, like, yeah, I still have that painting. It's hanging over there. Here, I am sad in the sense that on the back it has writing, but that was because at one point a family member like wrote something on the back. So we keep it turned on the painting side because I love the painting side. But yeah, like, I'll put it this way, but once my crush like the one week I put on my fuchsia lipstick that you could barely even notice, and I wore the flip sequin shirt that was Bella's sister. Or what happened that whenever Bella's sister would grow out of some clothes, my sister would always bring it down to us, and we would go through and see what would fit me, what I want to keep and stuff. And then I would get a bunch of clothes from it. I am my parents still they would always buy clothes and stuff for me, but this was one of those things. And one thing was the flip sequence shirt, and the bottom of it was just gold. It wasn't flip sequence, but the top part was a flip sequence. So it went from silver, I think, maybe gold, I can't fully read, to red. And I wore it to music class. I was planning to show off to my crush. I put deodorant on, which, fun fact that I'm gonna kind of get into really quickly, is that I actually, what happened was, at first we weren't planning, deodorant never came into the picture. What happened was, I found a thing of it in my mom's dresser, because I was getting these hair curlers that she had, because we were planning to put them in my hair for the fun of it and stuff. And I found it, and then I asked her if I could have it, and she was okay, and since then, and we buy deodorant for me. And at the time, I was 7, and planning to show off to my crush. And so yeah, so anyways, so that was funny, but I went to music class, and I feel my crush really got me to a point where I grew up a little bit because of, and the weird thing about it, and I still say this is weird, because when I was 7, met my crush, just met my crush. I didn't know how old he was at the time, obviously, because I'm at this point I met him maybe once or twice and stuff. It was at the very beginning, and he was 5. He was 5 years old, and to this day, I look back on it, and I'm if I never would have found out, which I didn't find out, and for years I thought he was for years I thought he was a year younger than me or something. But then, and in 2019, the day before Valentine's Day, he brought up something about how his 11th birthday had just passed, and I'm wait, I'm 13. He's 2 years younger than me. But that's cool, age difference doesn't matter. I'll say that truthful and honestly, which is that age difference doesn't matter. In my mind, a 10-year-old can date a 15-year-old. Age difference doesn't matter. Now, I do agree that, they should obviously, wait. Wait a little. Oh, and I say this because I know that, if there's a massive age difference like that, obviously they should wait until they both are at a point where life has happened and stuff, and they're a little bit older, But I say that age difference shouldn't matter, because it kind of comes down to where if you love someone, you can't change the fact that you love them. Whether it's a 1-day age difference, or a 10-minute age difference, or a 10-year age difference. And you can't change the fact that you love them. That's just true. And so yeah, yeah. So yeah, like that kind of is a thing. And so, but once I like met my crush, I started like and like wanting to be partners with my crush, and I started like not being as shy, and like even looking back on it, I remember that up to the point of meeting my crush, I was shy. Like I was in a bubble. I did not want people to mess with me, talk with me. Like no, 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 that was not my thing. And but at that point, or like at that point, I had like one friend from music class. In class, I actually had friendship necklaces with the person, and I feel bad because mine went missing at one point. Which was because what happened was that at one point we were leaving town, me and my parents, because a storm was coming, and they're like, my mom told me what is one thing that you don't want to get destroyed. And at the time, cause I didn't pick like an iPad because we were already bringing like all the devices and stuff. But I put that friendship necklace in the box, and it was gone. Like I think that box like either or like it just went missing or they didn't know. I think it might be in my mom's jewelry box now that I think about it. I'll have to find out. But like, yeah, cause for her birthday one year, I got her like friendship necklaces, and that was like it. Like that was like, but then eventually she quit music class because she got like busy with other things, and then like that was the situation. So actually for a while, but like music class was still like kind of fun and stuff. So I still went, and for some reason I just kept going, and I feel like my heart knew that like at some point it was like the universe doing its thing, and the thought of leaving never came to mind at that point. Right now, eventually the thought of leaving music class did come to mind, and that's a story that I'm gonna make a part 2 of this in a few minutes. But like, because I don't like to, I'm trying to limit down to like no more than 30-minute videos. But anyways, what happened was that, like, me and my crush, like, it was like the universe being like, you're gonna meet your crush. And then I met my crush. And I remember this one time, this was like the first time that I actually, like, really forced myself to face a fear. This one week, we were doing like I think we were doing like karaoke theme or something for music class, and me and my crush, it was just like me and my crush, like, and the teacher, like no one else showed up. It worked out perfectly in my mind, and for me that worked out perfectly. It couldn't have worked out better. But then what happened was, this is kind of where my music started. Like, if this never happened, and if my crush never, like, existed or came into my life, I wouldn't be posting music videos, I don't think. And what happened was that, like, the, like, teacher, like, pulled out, like, a microphone and stuff, and, like, the amplifier, and like had it set up so we could do karaoke. And my crush went up and did his thing, and like it was amazing, like always. And then the teacher like asked me if I want to like I do like Let It Go or just do something, cause like Let It Go. Like, at the time, I was obsessed with Let It Go. Now I'm, like, more into JoJo. And I said no, because I was a nervous wreck in my mind. Like, oh, I might have to sing for my crush. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna go downhill fast. This can't be good. Because, like, and it wasn't that I was, like, not confident in myself, because that never played in. It was, I was not confident. I was more caught up in, oh, I'm gonna get caught up in Dreamland and mess up really bad because of the fact that it's my crush watching and the music class teacher. And then he came up, so he went like, okay, your turn, and I'm like, no. I'm just like, I'm backing up, and he came up and went, I know, you should do it, you're really good at it, and like, I'm like, well, now I have to. And my crush is begging me, I have to. Here, I'm gonna make part 2.